welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha. This is a pick a card reading with some money messages for you. I've got 8 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the key. Group 2 is the penny. Group 3 is the tape. Group 4 is the pin. Group 5 is the token. Group 6 is the garnet. Group 7 is the padlock. And group 8 is the little control. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and check out the information below if you'd like a personal reading. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the key. Let's see what cards you have. You have the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. It feels like there's something that you've been sleeping on that's giving you a bit of a headache, trying to think about it, like you've been thinking about it a lot. It feels like you do better thinking when you're sleeping, like your actual subconscious and your asleep mind are solving the problem more than your awake mind. It feels like when you're awake, you might have other people who are influencing you and their moods and their conversations. It feels like you're not quite alone enough. You might like to go into a field or somewhere in nature without your phone, without other people, because it just feels like you yourself, you also might be a bit like, a lot. And I feel like you have friends like that and they're just kind of annoying all the time. You don't really have the opportunity to find any unique ideas that would make you money or anything that you can do to make you money, because it feels like you're just in with the annoying people too much, and it feels like anything you could do they can probably do better because you're talking to them. Don't be offended, because it just feels like you're one of those people who talks too much and doesn't actually do anything. It feels like if you stopped chatting to people and just went off on your own, you would find more to do. And I just don't know why you chat to people so much. You shouldn't chat about your ideas. You shouldn't talk too much. It feels like they're giving you a headache to listen to them as well. So don't listen to them and their ideas. It's not good for me to introduce you a new idea of how to make money in this reading, because it's already like you're already overwhelmed with different choices and it feels like you don't know what to do and you're already screaming like, help, I don't know what to do. It feels like it's good for you to just ground yourself and think, what can I do with the amount of money I have and the circumstances I have? And it feels like for someone you need to sleep because you've got migraines. Maybe for someone you've got like suicidal depression and you might need to just sleep. You might need to just make do with whatever money you have, whatever your food budget is, whatever that is, you just have to make do. With the food in your house already, you might just have to make do. Feels like time to just, I want to say, spin your money and try and just get as much as you can out of it. Like if you go to the grocery store, don't get like full price potatoes. Get the ones that are on discount or something like that. It feels better for you. It feels better for you to think about, how much can I save if I can spend as little as possible and get food for like 3 weeks rather than 3 days. Feels good for you to try and stretch your money and stretch your food out, like make the food last longer. Don't eat too much in one go. And don't spend more than you need to on anything, just save, like don't buy anything. So it feels like you've got people who are like, oh my god, you need new trainers, you need this, you need this, you need to try this, you should try this new mascara, oh my god, you need this, you need this. And it feels like it's better if you just sleep on all of that and think, do I really, or do I need the money? I need the money. I do need the money. Do I have money? No, not that much. No, I'm gonna keep it. Do I want that thing or the money? Money, 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 money. And I honestly feel like the more you just sleep and rest and don't eat much, I'm not saying don't eat at all, just saying don't like spoil yourself on like 2 pizzas, just have like a couple of slices. And then when you're hungry again later, have 2 slices, and then later you can have 2 slices. Another 2 slices, and before you know it, the pizza's lasted you for like 2 days instead of 1 meal. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying starve yourself, no. I'm saying eat the same food, just like you need to save money, so don't eat all of it in one day. Just gradually like eat it across the few days that it's not going to go out of date. As much as you need to like not be hungry, obviously, but it feels like you need a break anyway. And I don't feel like you really need much, you just need to sleep. And then once you feel better, I feel like once you get away from people, once you have a good sleep, I feel like you're going to be able to think about what to do with your money. Maybe just figure out something to do. Someone, you might be a good dancer and there's a job coming for you, but you need to ignore your friends. Because your friends might be like, oh, we're going on holiday, do you want to come? And if you go, you're going to miss this phone call that's like, hey, we've got a gig tomorrow and you fit the description really good. So it's not good for you to be on holiday with your friends or agreeing to go out on a night out and then you get the call like, hey, do you want to go out tomorrow and do this dance shoot for brand or big production? If you get a phone call but you're already drunk in the pub and you're like, yeah, I want to do it, and you get drunk and the next day you just don't feel good and you're not performing top. So I feel like you should be careful, take care of your health first and foremost, and save your money. It feels like it's important to put health over money right now. But money's going to come, and it feels like you can make money by... For someone like dancing, it might be just dancing around the money. Like, no thanks, I'll save it for something else. And trying to sell old things for money, or trying to make your own clothes, or tailor your old clothes to fit you still. It feels like there's some resourceful, cool ideas you can come up with just by being a bit broke, actually. Like, by you not having that much. By you having some stresses about money and just sleeping a lot, I feel like you're just going to come up with some... oh yeah, that's a good idea, kind of idea. But yeah, I feel like for you to make some money right now, you might have to deal with a lot of the public and annoying ways. Like, you might work as a restaurant manager or something and people are like, there's hair in my soup, first of all. Second of all, I lost my bracelet in the toilets and I'm gonna sue. Third of all, my hair's a mess. Can you just like look at it and tell me if it's pretty? And it feels like you're just kind of not liking the soup. Like, you don't like the restaurant you work at if you work at a restaurant. You're like, please, can I just get out of this job? Feels like you might be able to if you saved something. I feel like you might have saved not that much, but it feels like it may be enough for you to get something else. There might be something else you can do. For someone, it's like figure skating or ice skating or anything else. It feels like you can do something else. For someone, you might even want to busk because your friends are so annoying. You might be like, right, you've maybe missed my work assignment, so come on, tenner, give me a tenner each. You two will give me a tenner because I've missed my job because of you now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you like personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you who chose the penny. Let's see what cards you have. You have the Chariot and the Two of Wands. There's something you really need to focus on for the future, and it feels like it's really easy to just get distracted and want to just ignore the work that you need to do in order to prepare for the future. Like, it feels like right now it's tempting to just distract yourself with anything, even like just nothingness, just thinking about nothing, just being bored. And it feels like there's like 20 things that are more interesting to focus on, but you just don't notice because you're like looking out the window. When someone focuses on them and points them out to you, you're just like, huh? What? What? And it feels a bit naive. I feel like there may be something that passes you by. And it might be a person who really likes you. It might be really obvious to everyone else. And they're like, yeah, come on, come to this party. So-and-so's coming. And you're just like, what? I'm talking to my Instagram crush. It's like, okay, there's someone coming to the party who fancies you, but you should go to the party, but you're gonna stay here on Insta? Really? Okay. Alright then. It feels like a bit, I don't know, like you're missing opportunities. It doesn't have to be someone who loves you, but I feel like it is maybe. And maybe someone who wants to hire you, or maybe someone who wants to take you on holiday. Maybe an opportunity to go abroad for work or something, because of your work. You might just be in the mood to not do anything, and it feels a bit unfortunate. It feels like it's time for you to get up and try and energize yourself. It might be good for you to go out for runs twice a day, or not really drives, but drives would help more than sitting in your house. It feels like it's bad for you to sit in your house. I also do feel like there's work for you to do in your house, so it's like you might be guided back home immediately after you go anywhere. And it might be tempting to look out the window and go, oh, outside looks so fun. I want to go out with my friends. I want to do this. I want to do this. Maybe it's not the time to go out with your friends because you have to finish like tidying or planning something for next week that you said you would plan. So it feels good not to get distracted right now. I feel like there's a string of things coming together for you and they're really helpful. But you do need to put in quite a bit of effort, and I feel like some of you might not do that. You might be too lazy, so I can't promise you anything. It's just up to you. If you want it for yourself or you don't want it for yourself. But I feel like there's a lot you can do in a short amount of time and like short bursts of effort. Might be better for you to just put 10-minute timer on and imagine that you can do a lot in 10 minutes and just do as much as you can and just allow yourself to do whatever you think's productive for 10 minutes. Maybe plan you could put 12 items on your list and put 5 minutes for this, 5 minutes for this, 5 minutes for this, 5 minutes for this. See how much you can get done by the end of the day, especially with things like creative ideas or things that you've promised to do that you're really good at. Like say if you promise to go and like build somebody's sink for them, it's not good for you to keep them waiting because they might just hire someone else to go and do it. So it's better if you don't overbook yourself. At least go and start one job and then maybe go and start the other job. And then call the other customer and say, right, I've got your part, I'm coming back, and then actually get the part, don't lie. But yeah, maybe you can go and work on the other job for like 2 hours. Then come back and work on that job for 2 hours and just charge them for like the actual labour you worked on the job. And not like other people's jobs. But I feel like there's some news coming or information coming, but you just have to be a bit patient. And there's no point in you sitting around waiting until it comes. There's better things for you to do. It's going to be more likely for you to get ahead if you do more now rather than sitting around. But you might just feel like sitting around, it just feels like you're kind of waiting for something that might not happen without you doing something. So I'm just going to try and remind you to do something and take action and plan and make your own decisions and choose for yourself what you want to do. Because, yeah, there's lots of options, but I feel like there's just certain people who are just unpassionate and they deserve to just not really get much for themselves. Versus others where they have like too many things to do to sit around. So I feel like I'm talking to people who have too much to do to sit around. Try and just get on with as much as you can today. It feels really good. It feels really powerful. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. And if you'd like a personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. This reading is for you who chose the sellotape. Let's see what cards you have. You have the King of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. It seems like you might have been not listening to some bad advice, but I also feel like you haven't been listening to good advice. You might have found the good advice is like screaming at you, like, oh my god, you're so stupid. Like, why can't you fix this? Why are you being lazy? Come on. And you might have found that it made you feel angry and sad, instead of just thinking like, I'm too proud to get bullied like this by the good advice people again. I'm gonna fix it so I don't have to be bullied next time. Actually, like, yes, I do feel stupid and I'm too proud to feel this stupid again. But no, it feels like you've let it get to you. You may be going, yeah, fine then, I am a layabout, I'm going to stay at home. And people have gone, are you serious? You're just going to lay at home? You're not going to do anything? Oh my god, get a job. You've gone, no, I'm pretty sure I'm going to wait. For someone, you might find you actually did just skip bad advice. You might find that what you were meant to do was sit and wait. And I feel like someone you did maybe spend loads of your savings just like sitting and waiting for the right work to come in, rather than accepting just any old job that might be you right now. And people might be saying, oh, just take any old job. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you waiting for another job that's good? Why don't you just do whatever? It feels like you've just been saving your money as much as you can, but also spending more than you wanted to. And it feels like you've been quite critical with yourself for spending. Like, oh my god, I'm so bad, I spent £2.50 on food or mayonnaise or like dog food or whatever it is. Feels like it's been really hard for you and you've been feeling lazy, but actually I feel like you were just like saving your energy and your resources. It was like you felt like, should I spend it? No. No. Should I do this? No. Waste of energy, waste of energy, waste of money. And it feels like that's taking you to a place where you feel very stressed, like you might have got to your last pound or your last dollar, your last yen or whatever, and you feel like, ooh, I can't spend this now. And it feels like there's bad advice, like, oh my god, I told you to get a job months ago. Slaps you, why didn't you get a job? But it feels like you're actually going to find something. And it feels like it's from you being proud of your work and what you do. It feels like you're going to manage to replenish your savings at least. And you're going to be able to say, haha, I told you so. Like, look, see, I told you I'd make enough money to get through the next year of supporting myself through just my business. Or I told you I'd find a better job. It feels like you're going to get that. You're going to get what you need. And you're going to manage to maintain your position, but in a better way than you have been. It feels like you no longer have to think, I can't afford that, I can't afford that. But I feel like you're going to think it's not good enough quality for me, actually. Like, is maybe cheap enough, but I don't think it's worth the price. Like, is it actually worth the money that I have? It seems easier for you once you have more money to stop spending. No, it sounds really weird to say, but it feels like you'd maybe go to the grocery store, and instead of you buying very little and it's like not enough and you're hungry again in a couple of days or like couple of minutes, couple of hours, instead you're going to spend quite a lot. You're going to get a feast, you're going to make the feast, you're going to feel hungry. You won't go again for like a whole week and you'll find that you spend less. And I feel like with clothes and stuff, you're going to buy something and you'll think, oh, this is so nice, I want to wear this forever. And you're not going to just keep buying like loads of cheap things like, is this good? Well, it's cheap. Then it gets a hole in it and you have to buy something else. Then it gets a hole in it and you have to buy something else. And I feel like you might have people who are coming to your mind who did tell you like quality over quantity or something like that once, and it might have been when you were 4 and you just remember hearing like great uncle so-and-so said something like, best not to spend your pennies so you can afford beans, son. And you thought, huh? What does that mean, uncle? But now maybe as an adult, maybe you're in your 40s or 50s or 30s even, or like later years. 20s even, teens even, like late teens, and you're just realising like, yep, my great uncle was a smart man, you know, he said save your potatoes so you can make mash later. And I think he was right. So I feel like you're like saving your potatoes so you can make mash later. You're going to make mash with gravy and all the stuff on the side, and like there's going to be spice budget and meat budget or other vegetables budget, and it feels like you're getting some good ideas coming to you. You're going to be in a good environment. Someone you might be moving, and I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a slippy situation with the deposit being paid is what I'm seeing. It's like a couple of weeks between you paying and you getting into the place, the new place. And it feels like there's like 2 weeks of you being in your old place, really stressed, maybe being told like, you're meant to move already, why aren't you moved out? Okay, make sure you moved out in 2 weeks. Yeah, make sure you moved out. Might be really annoying. Maybe you've got like new tenants coming to view your place and they're always like, hi, sorry, hope you don't mind. Oh, by the way, can I have some of your biscuits? Those look nice. Oh, those for me. And you're like, no, those are my biscuits for me. Like, this is my house. This is where I live. And yeah, it feels like you're trying to like bake your own biscuits to save money and try not to take your dog out for a walk so much so they don't get so hungry so you don't have to pay for so much dog food. Try not to take yourself out for walks and do exercise so you don't have to pay for so much adult food. It feels like you might get a little bit skinny and sad, and you might end up at the end of the 2 weeks where you're like ready to move in with like, okay, I've got the £100 for the removal van. They promised it would be £100 or less, and I've got £1 for food, so I've got to do a £1 food challenge for the day. And you might find it's like 2 more days and you're like, no, what am I gonna do? It feels like clever you 2 weeks ago was like, you see how I put bread and shrimp in the freezer? Yeah, you see what you can make with that shrimp sandwich? Welcome. Thank me later. Thank me last week. When I did it. It feels like there's a clever side of you that is not lazy, and other people don't see it. It's private. It's things like you froze the bread last week, or you froze something last week that's your dinner today and you didn't actually need that extra pound. Feels a bit divinely guided, and it does feel guided, like really, really guided to ignore the bad advice. But also sometimes you might find you did ignore the good advice only for you to be like, yeah, that person, I wish I could thank that person still. It might be someone who died who you really wish you could thank. I feel like someone might die Feels like an eccentric old man who's not really well. Like he doesn't really take care of himself well. He seems like maybe he's like a crack addict. And he maybe has like a pet dog, or maybe he did once but he didn't look after his pet dog. Maybe he never looks after his pets and he's like a bit of a mess. And maybe smells really bad and he's a hoarder. It feels like he might die and leave you his stuff. And I feel like you might have had his energy a bit, like you might have had lots of clutter, and it might be because he wanted you to, like he might have said, oh, you never clean up your stuff, look at all your stuff. But actually he had like 700 times the amount that you had. Maybe you've just like trained yourself to like hold on to everything because he used to say, oh, don't throw it away, you never know when it'll be useful later. So you have loads of clutter. I feel like what will happen is when this person dies, there's going to be like an energy transfer where they're no longer screaming at you astrally. Feels like they have a friend who also screams at you astrally, like their partner or their brother or like some other relative or some other sibling or something. But I feel like they're also going to piss off because they're going to get maybe inheritance or something, and they're also going to be like, oh, thanks. They're just going to forget you exist for like 3 months at least while they just go and buy like Dior and Chanel and things. And find themselves maybe washed up and not remembering you, but like trying to call this person who died, like the uncle, and be like, hi uncle, can I have more money? Because it's like they've got the same stuff going on, like they don't look after their dog. They're a crack addict, they're a loser, and they might even die in 3 months. Like they might spend loads of the inheritance on crack or something else, or like doing really bad deeds around the neighborhood, and they end up with like loan sharks, and they end up with people trying to kill them. And then you might just get passed loads of money, and by the way, this person hates you and they just chat shit about you all the time. They just want you to be a loser and dead, so I feel like it's fine that they die. And you inherit their money, so just enjoy their money when you inherit it. It feels like people you didn't listen to and people you fed nothing to for ages because you drained yourself once feeding them. It might have been last lifetime. Well, this lifetime, but they're like bullies who always just want more from you. They're like, so thanks for your blood, sweat and tears. Can we have your soul? Nope, we're taking it anyway. Well, if you don't give us your soul, we're gonna kill you. Jokes, jokes. Okay, we're just gonna annoy you. Can we have your soul, please? It feels like you said no. No, I'm not giving you my soul. I refuse to give you my soul. I refuse to give you my soul. And then you end up with a success because you stayed strong. So definitely stay strong and listen to your best guidance. And if you need to shut everyone out, like just shut everything out and ignore everyone, I think it's good for you. Like if you just want to stay in your house and like, sorry, don't take this as like me telling you to not eat. It's more like I'm saying if you want to just be skinny, not worry about gains, don't worry about gaining weight, don't worry about gaining muscle, don't worry about losing weight, don't worry about exercise, don't worry about leaving the house, don't worry about much. It feels like your dog might even be sleepy if you have a pet dog. They just don't want to go for a walk actually, they just want to go out for poo like once, twice a day, and they don't want to go out again. So just try and relax, sleep, accept the sleepy pace, admit that it's kind of good to save money right now maybe, and maybe it's good to be like a bit lazy. There might be some people who want you to get back to them really quickly and you're being slow. It's very good for you to be slow. I'm hearing someone owes like 2 months rent or 2 nights rent or 2 nights stay or something like that. 2 nights worth of interest for the loan sharks. Something like that, and it feels like you're going to be okay to just like keep your money, but you might actually have to give the money. You might give the money out of stress, but I feel like it will come back to you. I just feel like someone you might have to like pay a deposit first or something. You might have to say, sorry, I don't have the rent because I just paid my deposit. And again, I'm feeling like the energy of people shouting at you for maybe like 2 weeks. Then you get the money and you might think, no, I'm not giving it to them anyway. Like actually I'm not giving it to them. No, like they're not getting it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the information in the description box if you'd like a personal reading. And if you'd like to watch more of these readings, there's lots more on my channel. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the pin. Let's see what cards you have. You have the 10 of Cups and the Lovers. Feels like a time to be really happy because it feels like you get to do what you love and there's not really much restriction on you. Someone you might be really grateful to, your partner or your parents, for like paying for everything maybe right now, and you might just not have to worry. I also feel like there might be a friend who says like, hey, come and stay with me and just don't worry, like I just want company. I've got a place, like can you just come? It feels like for most of you that's really safe and you should go. I feel like it's going to be lovely for you. But yeah, I feel like for you, you might move out soon, you might meet a partner. But there might be a moment when you just stay with one of your friends and help their children, like help take care of their kids, because they might need to go out to work a lot. Might just want someone to be there just to make sure the kids are doing okay, and you might not have to do anything. And they might just watch TV all day, and you might just go in your room and do your own stuff, or you might just be able to relax a bit, but just make sure that like if they need money or food or something that they have it. So I feel like there's something relaxed, it's like an easy thing for you to do. So when you make music, and I feel like your music's providing for you and your family. And there's some song you wrote maybe ages ago, or maybe you will write it in the future. It's going to provide for you forever, or like a decade. That's only for people who are already professional musicians. You're already musicians, it feels really good. And I feel like there may be someone who's got a bae who's a musician as well, like your bae might be musical, you might be Sagittarius if this message is for you. And your bae might have long locks, or like his father has long locks or something like that, like he has long locks and maybe you have long locks. I feel like there's loads to be gained from somebody's song. And I also feel like for somebody you're just going to meet the right partner and they're going to be like, no, don't work. Don't work, please. I just want you home looking after the kids all the time. I just want you to be my inspiration. Like, please don't work. It feels really good for you to just accept that opportunity. Because honestly, they're really happy to see you and they just don't want to see you like working 9 to 5 because they'll miss you. What are they going to do all day? Like, they're bored because they might have wrote a hit song like 10 years ago and they still eat off of it every day. You might get like $10,000 or pounds or whatever a day from some song from like a decade ago. And they're honestly just like, please, can you just take all the lifetime off work? Because I love you and I am so happy with you and I'm just not happy when you're not around. So please, please. It feels precious. It feels like you get to just make love with them all day and make a huge family, and they'll just make music inspired by you and your family and love. And it feels like you just have a happy time and it's so happy, it's just ridiculously joyful. It feels like some things that are like bad stories from the past that I just don't need to talk about right now. Like you can watch other groups to get those. But there's like a blue sky for the future. It feels like the past is closing out soon. And there's some mysterious story where you get to do what you love with who you love soon, and it feels very beautiful and poetic. Like someone it's poetry, someone it's music, especially jazz, especially if you play flute or clarinet like bansuri or something like that. It's going to be really good for you. And piano as well. It feels really good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Also, someone who does hair, I feel like you might do a really good like hairdressing photo shoot. It gets you lots of customers where you show lots of hair from lots of different angles. I feel like, yeah, something to do with branding is coming through where you're showing something in a good way, like product marketing in a really good way. Someone might get like a brand ambassadorship or a good sponsorship or something like that, and it feels amazing. And also someone might get someone who makes music or something like that. Someone who has fashion or something that you design. Or if you are a hairdresser or something like that. Something to do with that, or a tattoo artist. You might get asked to do something that's like big money, like £10,000 or more. And it could be something like movie makeup or hair for a movie or a TV show. Or write the music for a TV show, or your song is getting used in, again, like movie or TV. It feels like a beautiful scene that's like life-changing when you watch it, and it's so beautiful that it makes people remember your song. Or it makes people look at the hair like, wow, that hair's so good, and they actually watch the credits, like hairstyle you. So it feels really exciting. I need to give you a clap. I love this reading for you. Try and do what you love more. Try and get in the spirit of joy more, because it feels like it will get you more money. Your inner child, or inner children for you and your partner, are screaming at you like, hey, we did so well learning all these skills, why don't you use them? Like, you girl, you know we can do poetry, do you know we can do football, do you know we can dance, do you know we can blah 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 blah. So use your skills, go do everything you're good at. Feels like for some of you have 10 really good skills, if you think about it. And it might be something like pedicures, like maybe you're just good at doing your own pedicure. And actually it's a really good skill. Maybe your friends need pedicures and they're like weird about strangers touching their feet. They're like, girl, if I give you $25, will you do my pedicure? Because yours comes out so good. So yeah, just try and take advantage of like the opportunities that come from people you love even, people you trust, people you adore, people you would even like die for, people you can't live without. to just do things that you find natural or find fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. And if you like a personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the token. Let's see what cards you have. You have the Nine of Pentacles and the World. There's some news coming soon for somebody that completes something for you. It's very important. It feels kind of a small money thing, but it feels like it's really pleasing and rewarding and it makes you smile anyway. And I feel like for you, you've kind of got everything else you need sorted anyway. If it's not sorted right now, it'll be sorted soon. You'll receive news soon. Somebody might have a restaurant or something. Feels like there's some really dream come true good news coming. You might be featured in like a cooking show or something, and it feels like small money but good business promotion, so it leads to more money. And for you, if you're restaurateurs or business owners in any way, you get to decide the product on the menu. It feels good, one, to include pictures, loads and loads of really good pictures. So good you can almost smell the food. And then when people come through the door and they can smell the food, they can say, I want number 1 and 7. I want like the green curry, the red curry and pakoras and green salad. Or like rice and green salad and nothing, just rice and green salad maybe. Boring. But anyway, yeah, it feels like you can get like whatever dish you want from your restaurant. And it's good to display them all. And it's also good for you to try and think about like maybe making smaller meals. And maybe you'd like to do like big full-size dishes for a family, but maybe more often you've got like a single person coming for their dinner. Maybe they just want like got a small dish that's got like 3 compartments. One's like rice and one's curry and one's like pakoras or salad or whatever they want. They could pick 3 different curries. And it feels like they could get different food, and it could be like hummus and carrot sticks, but it just feels like not as filling. It could be some other dish. It could be like fried chicken and chips and then like something else like a sauce that you could just give them a nice little package. Maybe it's like a bigger, you know, when you go to like a buffet or a family function. For people who go to family functions and they give you like separated food, I'll try and insert a picture of the kind of tray I mean, and you just like separate it. Feels good to have an offer like that for a customer. It's like meal for one, platter for one, like with sushi and things, where you can get like a sushi platter. It feels good for you to offer something like that. It feels really good in like early bird special and things like that. I'm feeling like for someone there's a cheap option that will sell really loads, a lot more than you think, and it feels like equivalent to the biggest option you have per day. Actually, if you can just sell loads of them, it feels tiring, but you can have fun with it. And I feel like for someone you might want to do something like selling your things, like the items you have around the house. You might just want to be resourceful and go through everything and be like, I don't wear this dress, I don't wear this hat, I don't like these shoes, I don't like this sofa, I don't like this plant, I don't like this random ornament, I don't like my ex-husband's gardening gloves. And it feels like time to go through and sell everything. But for you to do that, you have to take really gorgeous pictures. And you might want to take like model-esque fashion shoot kind of pictures that give the pieces life. Like you might want to show the gardening gloves in action whilst you're like trimming the hedge, rather than just showing a boring pair of gardening gloves on a black floor or something like that. It feels much better if you show them in action and you're like really happy gardening. Grinning while you're using the gardening gloves, it feels like you get lots more results, and people might just message you like, hey, you're so pretty, I love your items, on your eBay shop or something. It's like really creepy, but I just feel like it will let you know the items are cute. And the shop's looking cute. So I feel like it's really good if you do like a modelling photo shoot with your old clothes. Even if you just hang them up and iron them nicely and like spread them out really beautifully, and maybe like pick items that you think go together and say like bundle, like sale bundle. Maybe if you buy this, you get this free, or I don't know, but I feel like there's like smaller priced items that will do better than bigger ice and things like that, like diamonds and things like that. Those might be like the big, ooh, I'm tempted, but I can't afford it. I need to test this shop and see if this shop's okay. They might buy like a stapler or the gardening gloves or your old handbag that was like £2.50 for sale, rather than like that Givenchy scarf. It's like even $25 or $700 or whatever you've got something listed for. It feels like some of the things are a bit big and people want a tester that's like free food almost, but it's not free. It's just like sample taster palette, sample of all of our best sushis, all of the rolls you want, and then you can pick which one you want to invest in. So I feel like there's a lot you can do, and you can make your situation very complete. And I'm seeing Instagram's really important for somebody. And you're psychic and you know you've been meaning to post on Instagram instead of watching the box, to quote unquote box, or the TV or whatever, or like getting involved in something like Big Brother, or even like shining your halo brighter. It feels like time for you to get out and start taking pictures. But I feel like for someone, you might want to like sell your old clothes on Instagram as well. You might want to use Instagram. Might just want to take pictures, and you might want to say like selling these items if anyone's interested, link below. And not make a big deal out of it, but just be kind of casual, like, so hey, by the way, I'm selling this. If you want it, you can get it, by the way. But anyway, yay, just wanted to post my outfit. But it feels fun for you to try and communicate with people about your business more and your work more. Even if it's about a really small level job or something really small, you should show how grateful you are to spirit as well when you get money. Like, show the universe, show whatever you call the higher power. Show the most high you're grateful. Just take it and say, oh, thank you. This is amazing. Thank you. I'm so happy. Yay. Thank you. Be really excited and spun by it and really grateful. And make your world more complete with the money. And I feel like it's good for you to spend on food, and it's good for you to spend on new wardrobe items and new things for your house. Like paintings to hang up. Someone might have loads of paintings and it's good for you to post them on Instagram. Reminder to post your paintings on Instagram and try and get them sold. I do feel like someone has an art project and someone's going to pick it up and be like, hey, here's some money. And you're going to be like, yay, thanks. And it's going to help you to cook more. Like, the more you get for your creativity, the more you get for your creations, the more you get for your business, the more you're going to be able to create more. It's just going to put you in the mood like, wow, my art made money. Cool. So I'm going to send that lady her painting. That cool customer. Ooh, how cool. I wonder how she is. I wonder what her life's like. Oh my god, I bet she's so cool. But then I'm going to just make a painting. I want to draw her. I wonder what she looks like. I wonder what this customer who bought the art looks like. Maybe you try and make a custom picture. Maybe you actually do draw the lady who just bought your last painting. Maybe she's a little bit eccentric and funny like that, and she'll just go, ha ha ha, I want this one. This one's me. This is me. You painted me. I want me. How did you know what I look like? Oh my god, did you spy on me? I don't even put pictures online. That's me, bought, sold. And it feels like soon enough, all of your pictures, all of your listings will just be like sold, sold. You know, on Depop when it says sold, or like eBay when it says sold, or whatever. It's gonna be sold, 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 and you're gonna have the money. And it feels like someone you're going to have enough to put food on the table. And you're going to have enough to buy some new outfits so you can like post on the gram, or like a camera phone so you can post on the gram or something. It's going to get you the right kind of attention, like people who want to buy from your business. People who want to invest in you, people who just say like, hey, you look so good today. And it feels really good for you. It feels like you can be comfortable where you are as well. For someone, there's a sale of a house coming through soon. It's money that you need. Like the last money you need to move, or the right amount of money, like someone paid the difference between what you were missing, between like what the offers were and the asking price or something like that. So it feels like you're selling something or making progress towards making something that's sellable. And I feel like you do have a plan if you can just bring it together. There might be lots of different sources of income, like small money, like $10 a week here, $100 a month here, $7.50 an hour here, and you add them all up together, and by the time you add them up, it feels like you've got what you need, and you're actually really good, and it feels like you can do everything yourself right now. Like, don't worry if you don't have a friend who can do hair for your business's photo shoot to sell your items. Maybe you can just dress up and get your phone on a tripod, or like put it against a wall and do it yourself without a camera person even, and just like wear your hair natural as it is. Maybe just do whatever you do normally anyway, and maybe someone will just like turn up at your house, like a friend who's like, hey, I'll help. It feels really divinely guided, like the things you do are prosperous because they're meant to be. Like, you just maybe hang up your paintings in your own windows one day. Someone knocks on the door and they're like, how much are those paintings? And you're like, so you want to buy my paintings? And it's like, yay, how much are you going to offer? How much do you want to pay for my paintings? So I feel like something amazing is happening with your business, with your creativity, or your art. And the more good you feel about it, the better, because the more you're going to create, the better you feel about it. The more you're going to appreciate the money and think, hey, what else could I do to get more money around here? That sounds good. I want more money. So it feels really amazing, and I also feel like you have what you want and what you have already. So make use of what you have, try and figure out what to do with what you have. If you don't have a new outfit and you don't have money to buy a new outfit, I really recommend you go through everything in your closet, try it on, and just maybe even like your apron over like your old wedding dress with like a fluffy parka jacket and your hair styled really natural with like some mad boots, like someone's got like Givenchy sharp boots. You don't know how to wear them, but it might be like the most stylish outfit you've ever come up with like all your ice. You want to take loads of pictures and you just don't know why you look so good when you just threw your shit together, but it looks better than ever. So I feel like you're fashionable when you do more and also when you do less. Like do the most with what you have already in your collection. And I do feel like someone might get a fashion job or like a modeling job or designing job, creation job, wardrobe, outfits, hair, beauty, makeup, something like that, something where you're cast in a position where people look at you and think, yep, you've got the job, you're in the position, you're right, you've got the right attitude. It could be acting as well. I need to give you a clap again. I'm really, really happy for you. If you'd like to come for a reading, please let me know. The information will be below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. I'm being guided to say by Christmas your life will be much more relaxed and you'll have loads more money. You'll like your life, you'll like your food and your cupboards. You'll like how rich you feel, you'll like how enough and more than enough you have. You'll love everything you own, especially your outfits. You'll love yourself, and I feel like there's going to be a present for you that you just love, like under your tree. And a really good Christmas meal. So happy Christmas if who's watching this at Christmas. Happy birthday whoever's watching this on their birthday. And I'm really grateful to everyone who's booked readings, who's watching this, because I feel like loads of you have already. I feel like you're like people who actually come for readings, so thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Please don't forget to like the video if you like the video and comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Thanks for watching. Bye. This reading is for you who chose the garnet. Let's see what cards you have. You have the King of Swords and the Six of Cups. There's something that you've been thinking about since forever ago. Maybe since you were a child, maybe just since 6 months or so ago. It doesn't have to be that long. It feels like there's something that's really, really different for you to focus on right now because you haven't focused on it for a while, but it's coming back in a way that's like, oh, I can't believe I forgot to do that. Why did I not do that? Like, oh, I need to do that right now, but should I? Like, is it just like done? Like, should I leave that in the past? Is that not for me anymore? And it feels like you have lots of people around you and business as usual, lots to do, and it's maybe quite difficult for you to find time away from your responsibilities, especially people around you and people in your home and people making noises. I feel like maybe during nighttime or dawn or a particular time of day you can find some alone time, and it feels like a good time for you to think about these projects that are kind of far away, these remembrances that are a little bit far away, things that you used to think about or you used to want to do. And I feel like there's a path that you can take. It's like baby steps right now, like you need to learn again. You might need to relearn like gymnastics or swimming or karate, or it's not like binge watching Netflix though, it's something different. It's like sword fighting, martial arts, or doing vision tests. Like maybe you used to be an, what's it called, ophthalmologist when you were younger. And now you're thinking, I'm not liking being a carpenter anymore. Don't like being a handyman. Used to do crisps factory. Don't like that anymore. What did I used to do that I most liked? Was it an engineer? Maybe. Can I relearn engineer? It might be something really specific like that. And it's like, you can. You may not need to relearn it, but you might want to just like see if there's new information. You might want to take baby steps and just like research the industry. If it was like engineering, you might just want to search for some articles about engineering. You might want to see if there's like a free course online that you can take for free. Then maybe if you get really excited, you can go and pay for a quick course. And if you get excited even more, maybe you can get a longer course. Maybe you can just try and get a job once you feel like I'm already so remembering this and can't wait to do it again. But yeah, I feel like there's lots to read. There's lots to inquire about. There's lots of different sources of information. I do feel like you might read some of them and they're like really scary. You read something and it makes you feel like, oh no, I shouldn't do this. Like engineering is so hard. Oh my God, I can't do engineering. Oh, it seems awful. There might be some hovering bill over your head that's like TikTok. Can you afford to take time out of your job to study engineering again so you can get a higher salary? And it feels like a question like, can you? Dad, can you? But Dad, my money for my school uniform, Dad. Dad, but Dad, but Dad. And it's like there's all these little voices, and it's maybe like your wife being like, also, I want my hair done. Can you grab me money for my hair? And you're like, no, I can't afford all of this. It feels difficult for you to budget time and energy and money for your haircut and things like that, and let alone everyone else's. It does feel like there's a reason for you to think about getting to the next level. I feel like you're really successful already, but it just feels like it's not like bad for you at all. I feel like you've got food to eat and you've got lots of happiness. You've got a safe place, you've got comfortable surroundings. I do feel like there's a sense of like, warning, the economy's getting a bit frosty. And you might feel like, yes, I know, I just want to stay inside and be able to afford to heat my house though, that's all. I just want to afford to eat and sleep and heat my house and stay indoors with my family. And it feels like you can, but you have to be quite clever. You might have to think about what you're going to do. And I do feel like someone has a preference for being awake at night. So it's like you're using more heating than others, I feel like, and maybe using more lighting and more electricity. So you might want to be careful with that and try and sit in the dark more. But anyway, I feel like there's some idea that you have that's really good. And it's an old one. It's like a golden oldie that's good. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it feels like it's time to share it with people, but not until you're ready. You might just want to share it with your pet dog or something and see how you feel performing this song to your pet dog. And it feels like time for you to cuddle up with people who mean something to you. If you can, it feels like time to take the steps to go and visit someone who means a lot to you. They might cry and say something to you that means a lot to you. I feel like someone you might be having children soon and you have to prepare to have more money because you have children on the way. Feels like there's baby steps, so you don't need to really feel anxious about something in the future too much. Because you've got like 6 days or 6 months or 6 years between now and then. So don't try and think about the future outcome so much. Don't try and think about the past as much because it feels sad. But if you're naturally thinking of the past, don't worry, it's fine. Just let it guide you to the future because it feels like there's some more steps to take. There's some things you can go back and say, hey, I didn't finish learning guitar when I was 12. I want to finish now. What was that song I was trying to play? I'm going to finish it. I'm just going to finish it. And it's not really a problem if it doesn't go anywhere. It's not a problem if you don't need to know guitar right now. It just feels like training your brain, if anything, like making your brain smarter and reminding you of things. And just picking up the guitar might remind you of 701 memories from when you were 8. And you played the guitar, and then when you try and do the next chord or the next song, it reminds you of when you were 9. The next one reminds you of when you were 10, and then you think, wow, I wanted to be a doctor. Then I wanted to be a soldier. Ooh, and it was just really cool. I think you should just chill and realize you're cool. And you have cool thoughts. And then go and chill with your family during the day and just relax and enjoy the meals that you have. If you can eat all the food you already have in the cupboard, it would be good for you. And if you can just try and stay chilling, like just try and stay seated for now until the right opportunity or news comes to you. But do the research and plan and try and enjoy where you are, because I feel like where you are is not bad at all. You're not in a bad situation. It just feels time to be cozy and comfortable, but also think about the future and try and think about something that you want to do in the near future, but also long-term future, and maybe integrate what you wanted to do in the past into that. And allow yourself to just be relaxed in the present as well. Take time to relax and sleep. It feels good for you, especially if you're dealing with some emotions, PTSD and things like that. It feels really good for you to just stay at home and take the free therapy and just take the time off work if you've got time off work and get some perspective and some sleep. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Your inner compass is guiding you more than these readings. You don't really need them. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you'd like a personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. And if you'd like to watch more of these videos, there's a lot more on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the padlock. Let's see what cards you have. You have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So it seems like there's something you have that you're very passionate about, that you want to grow and expand on. Feels like right now it's just a thought or a feeling. I feel like it's more of a feeling even. Like you may not have even vocalized it to yourself enough to speak it out loud. You may not have written it down. You may not have planned around this idea. But it seems like you do have a strong feeling that's pulling you somewhere. And it feels like you're kind of over some things that you've been doing previously. It feels like there's thoughts that have been and gone that were kind of like, oh, I don't like this. I don't want to do this that much. Or this isn't that great. And it's kind of leading you somewhere else, that kind of thinking. Like you might have thought, should I look for a better job? I wonder if there's another way to make money. I wonder if I could do something else to spend my money differently. And it feels like you're going somewhere and you're increasing the likelihood that you're going to have something fresh soon in the future. Just because of those thoughts, they're really good. They're guiding you in a new direction. And you're letting go of something that's important to let go of. It feels like a journey, it's a process. Even if you have lovely new ideas and you feel over all the past things, it still feels difficult for you to take those last steps into the unknown. Because it feels like you're not comfortable where you are and you've not really been happy with what you've been doing. And there have been thoughts following you for ages like, yes, I should leave. But you're not quite seeing exactly the plan for the future. Like it is just a feeling, it's just a desire. You haven't made all the arrangements yet, so try and keep following your own thoughts, I would say. It feels like what you're going to be doing soon is brand new for you, really untested and different. Might be something you've been doing in your heart for a long time. It might be something that you've, I want to say, got a lot of passion for. And you've maybe got a whole load of things that you've done already that are kind of related, or at least letting you know that it might be a good option for you. Like say it's something like a restaurant. Maybe you don't have experience running a restaurant, but you actually love cooking and you make really good food and all of your friends love your food. So maybe you've never had the idea like start a restaurant. You must start a restaurant. It's more like when you actually think about how fun it would be to start a restaurant, you might start thinking, maybe I should start a restaurant. Maybe I should do something to do with farming. Maybe I should do that thing I was thinking about. And it feels like you just need to get optimistic enough to say, hey, let me just follow the next thought instead of it being like, should I leave this job? Should I not leave? Can I do that? Can I not do that? It feels like you might have some, not low self-esteem, but just moments of maybe low self-esteem or thinking things are too difficult. It feels like you might be exhausted and quite tired at the moment. It feels like you need to replenish your energy supply and kind of put water back into your cup, put feeling back into your heart. Get over a period of tiredness and sadness. For someone, it'll be really good for you to just go for walks on your own. It feels like summertime and you might like to go for walks from morning till night. And just see where your feet take you. It feels good to just get dressed for the day. Get completely ready, get ready to go out there, and then just go out in a way that makes you feel comfortable and see where you're guided, because there might be a new opportunity that you can find. I feel like you might have friends as well who have good suggestions for you. They have an opportunity for you. They want to speak to you about something, and there might be quite a few of them involved and they all want to speak to you. So do follow those messages up as well. Those will be good for you. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and if you'd like personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. Bye. This reading's for you if you chose the remote control. Let's see what cards you have. You have the Four of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Page of Swords. It seems like there's an opportunity to come together with your community and make something happen that's worth celebrating. And it feels like you're going to be really proud personally, even if it takes a lot of people to come together to make something happen. It feels like lots of people might be distracting. There's lots of different voices that are really annoying when you're trying to focus on what you're meant to be doing. It's like you're trying to focus on studying, and you've maybe got some friends and people in the community who want to do something else. It feels really distracting for you, but you might find sometimes that's good. Like you might be trying to study for your degree, and you have two friends who are like, hey, should we put on a party this weekend? Since we like partying anyway, should we just like put on one and try and make money? You might be thinking, no, I'm busy. I'm too busy studying science. I can't do that right now, friend. But actually, that might be really good for you. Maybe it's really fun. Maybe you really like the fact that you can do something like that as well. It feels like it's good for you to just enjoy the moment. And if something comes along where your friend's like, hey, I need help this weekend. I'm putting on a festival. Would you like to help me? Feels good for you to do it if you want to, but you're entitled to just go off and do your own thing if you want. And just say, no, I'm not going to help my friends with their passion project. And it's fair enough. And I feel like you might have a passion project and you need to call friends. Might be a particular person who's quite useful, but they're studying. And they're not that interested right now. And I also feel like you might have other people and you're just not that interested. For someone, I feel like you get really famous and you get really popular soon. Or you are really famous and you are really popular already. And you have loads of people who are like, hi, would you do my event for like too little money for you to ever consider? When you're overbooked already or you've decided to retire already. And it feels just like, no thanks, I'm not interested from you. Like you just feel really busy. It seems like there's something really important that you're making progress with and you just don't need any distraction. The distraction's really bad. People's conversation will be really annoying for you. But for now, it feels like there are some people to connect with. And there's some big accomplishment you can do on your own. There may be someone who's honouring you for a particular achievement of yours, maybe in the past. And it feels like a good opportunity to come together with people. For someone you might not have even read, there's like a message that's coming through where you might not have read your message. There's a really good celebration message. It's like someone saying, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. And you haven't read it. And it also might be someone inviting you to an award show. Like if you're a musician, it might be the Grammys or something. You just haven't seen it and you might think, whoa, that's really weird. You might not have noticed that, say, if you made a book, once you wrote a book or you published one, you might find it suddenly getting loads of sales because there's like a particular book group that's really popular that's selling the same book to everyone. Like they're just giving everyone a copy and making them pay for it. And you might find there's suddenly loads of royalties coming to you and you don't get the email. And they're like, hey, is your bank account still the same bank account because we've sold 6 million copies of your book? And you're just reading something else. Or you're just in the process of writing your next book and you're so busy that you don't even want to read their email until you're finished. Feels like you're really passionate about what you're doing anyway, so it's really good if you do get so passionate that you just forget to check if you've got royalties coming or forget to check if your music's going viral. Forget to check if you've been invited to do a festival or a talk or if maybe someone's been getting in touch with you. So try and be alert, try and be aware of opportunities, even if you are really busy. I do feel like someone you're just at the final stages of a project and people can easily take you back away from what you're working on. So try and finish what you need to finish as soon as possible because it's good for you to just get on with something else. And try and not be moved back towards things by people. Because I feel like for you, you might do something like make something happen with your friends, like start a party, make some event, and then go back to studying science or whatever. And your friends just don't leave you alone about the party. And maybe you find you did make some money and it was fun. But you just don't want to do that for a living because you still want to be a biologist or something. So you might find it's for a season that you end up doing something meaningful with friends and on your own that means something to you, but for your friends it might be like for them forever. And for you it might just be a stepping stone or just a season. So do be aware other people might try and pull you back to something that you did, that you had fun with, that you were doing that was like with other people and it was fire, like it made really fire money for you and all of you. And I feel like you did celebrate the fact that you did that. You maybe don't want to go back because you've moved on already, so just be aware that people might try and get you back. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. It feels like there's something you can study that would be really good for you. Someone you might get through your studies soon and get a job. So I feel like that's really good news, but again, you might not notice that you've got job offers and things because you're so happy and busy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Bye!